That was from.
That was yesterday's people.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, oh no, he's got something written on the board. Last time he had something written on the board.
It's so good. This. All right. Yeah.
But still,
Still gonna land on you.
Yeah. So what are we doing today?
All right. We're gonna work through a few rounds of pads, and then we're gonna work through. We'll work through some.
I will need to use gloves. I forgot my gloves.
No problem. All right. We're gonna go through the normal cycle. Then we're gonna add some more punches today. All right. So start with one. 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 Good. One. 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 One more. Right. Then go 1, 2, right?
Okay.
Good. Looking better with that your foot.
I don't know why my back leg is just really stiff. Probably because I've been in the car so much.
That'll do it.
I've done 37 lift rides in 3 days.
Woo! Good. All right, so we're going to, on this one, I'm going to throw out a jab. You're going to paw the jab with your own, boom, boom, and jab right off of it. So in, boom, just like that.
Okay.
And just, boom, boom. There we go.
So question, when I do that, can I step in?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, to get your distance, it's fine. Boom,
Okay.
boom.
okay. I didn't know if I was supposed to be keeping...
Nope. So once you decide that you're going to attack, it's fine to go ahead, boom, and get
And
it
move
on.
in? Okay. Okay.
All right, now we're going to go
Paw, other hand?
we're gonna paw, jab, cross.
Okay.
So you're going to go boom, boom, boom. Make the guy pay for it.
Okay.
So. You good? Good. Good. This time, you're going to pull my jab down, and you're going to answer with a cross. Yeah.
Okay.
Because it'll be boom.
Okay.
So power off of the stuff.
Okay. So.
Yep. This would be the reason why we're always like keep that hand up, because that's what the answer is. Someone's gonna try and send one right back down the pike. Good.
Oh.
It's alright. I moved back on you on that one just to try and get you to keep your hands up there. And go. Again. One more. Good. We're gonna throw some Bas Rutten style hooks.
Some what?
Some Bas Rutten style hooks.
Okay.
So when he throws his hook, he doesn't do like a boxer where it's right here and it's boom, real tight. His hand comes back and loads about right here. And you'll feel kind of a rubber banding action in your shoulder. So when you hit that, boom, he brings it out. So that if we're here and we go boom, 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 you can throw like that liver shot that he loves to throw so much. So
Okay.
so it comes not low and not high either.
So
It's
like
kind of in the middle. Kind of like you're reaching back to grab, let's say, like almost think about like if we're here, you're reaching back here and grab a bottle off a table, almost.
So can you put your so like that?
And then it comes boom. Because your body will start the rotation and then this swings off of it.
Like that?
Kind of like if you're whipping something off the end of a stick. Like a lacrosse, like almost like a lacrosse type.
Do I look like a motherfucker that plays lacrosse?
I know you've seen a lacrosse racket before.
I've seen a horror movie with a lacrosse racket in it.
So, kind of load it up. You'll feel it kind of load up. This will kind of be out here. But a little bit, bring it a little bit lower. There you go. Now, you would be able to drop, if you wanted to hit me in the side with it, you'd be able to hit me in the side, but you would also hit me in the head with the same one. So we kind of want to be able to go high, low, because when the person goes and they block high, boom, catch them right in the side.
Okay.
Pop, pow! But we're just going to work a few of them first. We'll go high on these. Go ahead and load each one up nice and easy. Pow! And go through it. Boom! One more. All right. Now, we're going to do that same punch,
Below.
but low. Good. Because when he hit with those, especially when he was back in pancakes, you couldn't punch with a closed hand. And so, it would come out real hard.
So it'd be like a slap.
Knocking people out with that, because we talked about where we hit with our hands, is not so much the hand, but that
Palm, not that.
the little
Boom.
corner of our palm right
Yeah.
there. And so when you're putting your body into that, boom,
Yeah.
you know, knock a person's brain senseless. All right. We're not going to go too fast. We'll build up speed.
Okay.
We just want to get the feel for it, so we're going to go high, and then we're drop back, boom. Because you can rechamber to the same place, rather than having to drop it high or low. You can bring it back to the same place and then just adjust the trajectory of the fist.
Okay. Like that?
Yep. 2, 3. One more.
Sorry.
Good. So those would be after if we came out and we were like boom boom and their hands came up, boom, we jar them with that one, and when their hands are now really up, we could stick that one, bow, and just drive it in there hard.
Okay.
And even from a working standpoint, if we were working and you're just like, you can hit a guy because if his hands went up, you can hit that hard enough that people are gonna be like, oh, because as his hand comes up, it's just like if you went ahead and swung on me with it.
Oh.
I put my hand, they're gonna see that.
Yeah.
And then if you open hand to the body, it's gonna sound terrible.
It's gonna sound really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bah! Really, oh! Everybody's gonna be like, ugh. Like
yeah.
Randy Orton was hit. Just don't hit me in the moneymaker. We're all good. All right. So we can do the same thing, opposite side. Nice and easy. First, just get the feel for it. 1. And we're just gonna go.
Oh, we're just gonna do the top.
Pow! 1. Pow! 2. So that we can get a good, good solid feeling rather than getting numbers real high. We're gonna get our quality.
Okay.
So 1.
We're doing top?
Yeah.
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. All right. Low now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Get that. And if you can get a little bit more snap in there with your body, thinking about if you had like a belt on, you would see the ends of the belt flop out this way. So as we come through, boom.
So like that?
Yep. And then just bring it through. Boom. There you go. All right. Now we're gonna throw something called like a shovel hook. It's not an uppercut, and it's not a hook. It's a punch that comes out here.
Okay.
Because if I'm trying to punch somebody in the liver, if I swing around, you might move your body back, and I might whiff through.
Okay.
Or you might step in, and I'll end up here.
And I catch.
When I throw a shovel hook though, I'm driving it in kind of at a 45, so it's more of a stabbing punch, more like these straight punches, but thrown with an uppercut style.
So it's like.
Yep. But we're going to turn our hand over so that we're kind of, our knuckles are 45 to the ground. There we go.
Like that?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's down here, boom, right there.
Oh.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. All right. Good. So that we're here, we're in fighting. Like, boom, boom, right there.
Yeah.
Because it shoots in. Bas was a Kyokushin karate guy, so they don't, and they're full contact, but they don't punch to the head. So they developed a lot of punches for working the person's body, but don't kick a guy in the head from right here. Like their leg just comes up and goes, boom. No punching in the head though.
No, but we can kick me all day.
Oh man, a lot of those guys all missing their front teeth from shin bones. Because they like to rotate out. And then boom! And then shin right in the mouth.
I know you're not going to kick me, and I still put my hand up.
So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to throw that shovel.
The shovel hook?
Boom, right there.
Okay.
So boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
So that would be the
So
1, 2, 3. There we go. Good. All right. Now we've done a lot with our hammer blows, right?
yeah.
So we're going to incorporate some of these. This comes more from when I'm teaching people jiu-jitsu. So
Okay.
instead of trying to punch the person in the liver, you try to punch them right in the crotch.
Okay.
Same punch. So if I was up here, I get your hands high. Boom! Blow. I'm gonna low blow you as hard as I possibly can.
Okay.
Once that person goes, and even if I don't hit, the natural inclination is for that person to back up.
Yeah.
Right? That's when we can hit them with that big left.
That cross. That left. Okay.
Because we go, or with that right.
Yeah.
So whatever you have up front, because when that guy goes, boom, boom, we hit him across. That's when we can go, boom, 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 with the hammer strikes.
Okay.
So you're gonna throw one, get my hands up. That opens up the groin, and you can throw this one, or you can throw that one. Either one. So off of that front, boom, you hit that groin. Now,
No, go hammer fist, right?
boom,
Okay.
and then just go 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So I want to practice the low punch first.
So let's go here, there.
Oh. That just feels weird.
So you can turn it over and just punch straight down too.
Okay.
So just drop your height just a little bit, just so you can get a little bit more straight on it.
Okay.
Because we don't have to just drill the guy straight in the crotch. It has to just be enough to get them to move back.
Okay.
Because any of our close range strikes, hooks, our elbow, like you go make a guy, you punch back, his hands come up, you punch him in the crotch. Boom, you can throw that elbow, you can throw those hammer strikes.
Okay.
Whatever it is. Whatever makes sense. Like if you didn't make a good connection with either of them, I would go with the elbow to make sure I got a good, hard, solid hit on them.
Okay.
And the same thing, boom. Elbows, hammer strikes, good thing is that they all follow about the same trajectory.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, so we're gonna go boom, boom.
Okay. Try
Yeah.
that again.
Alright, nice and slow. Good.
Oh, am I aiming?
It's fine. You're good.
Which one am I aiming at?
So just throw this one right here.
Okay. So.
Good. And anything we can get to get the guy bent over. Like I like to throw little snapping kicks at them. I'll get their hands high. Boom.
That's what I was just about to ask. Can I do that? Like.
So throw it here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
All we gotta do, we don't have to put the guy out of the fight with the crotch shot.
No, we just want to kind of.
We just
Yeah.
put the reaction.
Yeah.
Because the most untrained people, they don't think, turn my leg in to try and block it. They go like this. They want to get the target away from. That's why when you see people in the street, they're always like putting their head back.
Yeah.
Well, look at what they open up when they get, and they're like this. Crotch shot, man. And they're planted, because now they're like this. You can't recover from that very fast. So if you swing and the guy goes like this, you follow that right up with a crotch shot.
Boom.
Whoa! Boom!
Or.
And then whatever. Like any of those punches will be fine. Because if you hit them, boom, boom. You know, that's all we got to do. So you just want to get the hands high first, or so they can come back and then you can strike low. So let's go ahead and do a couple of those front kicks.
Okay.
So you're gonna throw.
natural to me, especially since I'm not going so low.
As a taller person, that makes a lot more sense. I'm shorter, so when I drop,
I'm
already there.
Yeah.
But as a taller person, that's a long way to go down. Even if you were bending over to throw that.
Yeah. I just
that
feel
more
really
shovel hook.
exposed too.
So you can just bring it up and snap that in there. Boom.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Good. Now, the same thing can happen when we're in close. We end up in a tussle, right?
Okay.
We're locked in close.
Okay.
Crotch shot's still just as viable, if not more so. Now it's a knee.
Yeah.
Knee just boom. And especially if we can get here, boom.
Yeah.
And once that person goes, oh, right? And it's one of those deals when I'm teaching jujitsu, we're going for that kind of stuff. Because granted, you can't always rely on it. It's not going to put somebody out of the fight. You might even get a straight on shot the first time and the person's still so amped up that their body doesn't because the adrenaline's still going. Now, about 30, 40 seconds later, as things start to crash a little bit because the adrenal response only lasts so long. As it starts to come down, you'll be like, whoa, But usually people stay elevated enough, it takes a little while. Now, we get a good hard smash, eventually that just overwhelms. Even the system says, something just got wrecked. We got to get out of here. But in close, that knee comes straight up, boom, and we can just drive it straight up the pipe, okay? So, we're in close, go ahead and
Lift up the knees?
Yep. Oh, there we go. And you can go ahead, place your hands kind of like behind my head, because that'll mimic your ability to have control. There we go. 2 more. Good. Woo! That wouldn't be fun. Boom! And you can drive a person back, and especially, like say if you had overwrapped my arms, you're taller than me.
Yeah.
I got nothing to protect myself. I'm going to be doing this number right here, and once I turn right here, it's foot sweep central, because you're going to lift me up and bump, just like we were talking about, a couple weeks ago. So as the person starts going up, I got to protect myself here. We can just drive it in even more, because right in the side of your leg is a great big nerve.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take much. I mean, Charlie horse that thing, especially with a knee. Dude! And they're like hard to stand after a little while. Now, streetwise, we're looking to make a person stop.
Yeah.
Once they're like, hey, I don't want any more, man, I don't want any more, we don't have to keep on going.
Yeah,
Now, in the ring or whatever, we can play that up. Everybody's like, oh, accidental low blow. I don't know what's going on here. But everybody knows that it was on purpose.
Yeah.
So, let's go ahead and work some wrestling specific things.
Okay, gloves on or off?
You can take the gloves off now. When we pull our punches, we're going to work on that just a little bit.
Okay.
In part, the person has to roll with it. So if you were going to throw a punch at my face and I knew I was going to end up taking it, I need to turn my head, boom, about right there. I need to be able to play it so that, boom, I'm moving it out of the way along with it. That's going to be the best sell. Even the person in the first row is going to be like, hey, look like you kind of punched him a little bit. Now, that is where people get stuck by accident sometimes because they don't read it right. They go to turn and boom, they get.
Which is probably going to happen to me a lot.
They add themselves to it.
Yeah.
I would suggest early on, open hands to the head. You can then close to the body, because if you throw an open hand,
it also gets more sound for the track.
it does. Yeah. And even if I turn off of it, your fingers are long enough that
there's still that
and
connection.
It's right there. Boom. Now, if you accidentally stiff somebody a little bit in the chest, not a big deal. You stiff them just a little bit, they should be able to take that no matter what.
Especially since wrestling, they're all about.
Yeah. So, you can throw those low or whatever, and you might even catch a guy a little bit loose. He might actually go whoa or whatever, like get everything back under control. That's unlikely to happen with any type of like body strikes because you're not throwing full power. Now, things went stupid, and some guy started being a real creep and was, I think this guy's trying to put it on me. You now are I want you to be able to go from this to boom, and put the guy on notice.
Yeah.
So.
Let's put a warning shot. Yeah, put a warning shot in there.
Pow! And if it gets really ugly, well, then you put a real boom. You go, I think he really just nailed the guy in the crotch. All right, now, when we throw those, we want the crowd to see the movement more than we would, like, say in a real fight where we want to disguise what we're doing. So it's okay to bring your fist back to like that. Also to chamber. That's gonna let the other guy know, hey, this is coming. Because if I see this come back right here, I know, uh-oh, here it comes. I better turn with this, otherwise I'm actually gonna get smacked. You know. So as it goes, boom, and we can work that speed, and you'll be able to start judging how close can I get to this guy without actually slapping him. And if I'm smart, I put my arms up like that, and that's going to save me from something. Because if you slap that, and I go, now that opens me up to you.
Yeah, coming.
And throwing something else on.
Yeah.
Same thing with those forward palm strikes. You want to start moving me across the ring or whatever. I block it up. So once it comes here, or I go and I move out with it, and you guys go on with whatever it is that you're going to go on with.
Yeah.
But it allows you to actually put some contact in there, and the other guy to make things get sold for the audience. You know, it's one of the good things that was about like that early '90s Japanese wrestling is that it was about 60% contact. Now, sometimes I'm like, that guy just let that other dude soccer kick him in the face. Yes, I would prefer that not to be the 60% that I'm receiving, because I mean, when you're sitting down and some other guy comes up and goes, boom! I don't care if it's light. Something that was able to blood your nose is still getting kicked in the face. Yeah. So, in order to make sure that we preserve our partners for the next time that we work out or the next time we put on a show, we want to make sure that we are coming as close as possible, and that person in the audience might not see. Snapback is a big part of that. Because if your hand is snapping back fast rather than hanging out there, it's hard for somebody to tell if it actually got the guy or not. Right? Because if he's going, moving back and whatever, there's going to be times where they're like, hey, I couldn't tell, did he really hit him? And you'll get better at it because you'll know the distance, and the more that the individuals work with you, the more they'll know, I can get about right here, and I know that I'm close enough that he can just about touch me, but I'm good enough that, whoa, I can move around like that then, okay? So, when you sell those, when a person's, let's say, in the corner or whatever, you'll notice some of the better guys, they'll bring it down, and it's a boom. Contact, but not heavy contact, but that whipping. You know, it looks like you're really putting the smack on them.
Yeah.
Now, we can do that with
the chop.
With the chop. Now you could give him a real chop, obviously, if the guy's up for it.
Yeah.
Which I assume most of them are.
Yeah.
And when you're tall like you are, that chop sells so good when you put that hand way up high, because everybody goes, oh man, that's really up there. Rather than just they're like, oh, that's just a little slap. But when that thing goes up and you look at it and everybody else looks at it, and then boom!
Yeah.
You know, that's part of that selling your height.
Yeah.
Because your hand, when it gets up in the air, you know, now they're looking, 9 feet in the air or whatever it might be. And for a guy who's like being pushed back, he's looking at that hand too going, oh, this is gonna suck. All right, so you were talking about wanting some chain wrestling stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so one of the big ones that puts it on the other guy who's going to have to work with you too is anything that, let's say you grab like
The wrist.
and you gave me a big arm twist, right? All right. Now, since I'm right here, you know, if we were talking about like Dynamite Kid and whatever, they're going to do the roll through, come up, and whatever. Now, if a guy does do like the and then over, when he comes up, you can go around the opposite direction.
So back this way?
And then take it straight down.
Okay.
And then from here, you can go ahead and hook this, and then you can make the guy stand back up again, and then you can put him in for the next thing.
Okay.
So as it goes through, you can rotate it around.
So go this way again?
So forward first to make me bend over.
So I got this.
And then give a big swing, and then pull it back, and I'll roll through, as I come up,
then I go back.
and then as I come up, you swing it back this way. See how it, and then take you straight down.
Okay.
Now, you can hook it in a gooseneck, and you pull me up, and then you can choke.
Actually, I got right into that.
Go right into that. So that turning, that's Sankyu, if I'm not mistaken. That's Sankyu Geishu. So that's a twisting arm lock that brings it straight down. So as you come through, you'll see a lot of people come in, push it, and turn it here.
Yeah.
And as they turn it, you're getting that bend in the arm, and boom. Now you gotta make sure your guy has sufficient shoulder.
Yeah.
But go ahead and get that. Try that. This way takes me here. This way keeps it straight.
Okay.
So if you take it thumb direction.
So I'm going this way first?
So if you go this way first.
Okay, so.
I'm going to come through. I come up. And when I come up, you keep the rotation going. And boom, I go down.
Okay.
Now you grab me up. That pull one, I've seen some people planted with that. Just boom! I mean, it accelerates. It feels like so little movement right here. But that person goes over, and then the rest of their body just whips behind it because of all those muscles are like bungee straps that suddenly go, patink, pow! Grab it,
So
swing it.
this way, right?
Nope, that's going to put me on my back.
This way.
Now that's got me right here.
Yeah.
Now that can make me where I can get the old up and over. And when I come up, then that allows you to
stand up.
here. Then I'm here. Gooseneck it.
Oh, snap that. Sorry.
And that'll pop me up. Now you can throw in that choke.
I was trying to think, is there... Can I say something real quick?
Uh-huh. So after we're already up?
Yeah. I like using that dragon choke.
Mm-hmm.
I was just wondering...
So anytime you get my back to you,
yeah,
it won't take much to put whatever choke on that you want to get.
okay.
Same thing that if you get a guy bent, like knocked over to the front, chokes, set up for a power bomb or whatever it is, you know. Let's hear. So you get it, and it takes me here.
Yep.
Now, if you're not working with a guy who's overly athletic, and you're here, and you want to change it to something else, you can pull this arm through towards you.
Like this?
Pull it, like you're going to pull it past you.
Yeah.
Now, this one here, you can just pull across here, and this one can come across the top. And here's where you can then foot sweep me with your...
Oh.
Boom!
Yeah.
And you can pop me right on my back. You can also pull me across so that I'm here, and then if you wanted to hit me with like a bulldog choke or something like that, that brings me right into
or
where
like
here.
a fish hook or
Fish hook. Probably a setup for a Indian deathlock or whatever.
Not gonna be
This is what I'm gonna do. Oh no, man, come on.
The 300-pound Indian deathlock. Come on, let's do that.
Right. So if you bring them straight across, now this right here will set you up so that I'm stuck right here. Now you can stretch me out by just bringing your foot right
Like
there.
that?
Yeah. And now when you've got me here, I can't rotate around your body.
Yeah.
And you can bring that across and right. So it's kind of like a modified deathlock.
Okay.
Because the same thing happens. You know, you're bending the person over, and the person who's doing it often looks like they're in more more pain than the guy who's getting it. All right. Now those are two options.
Can I try that one more time?
Yep.
Okay, so
So you grab my hand, you pull it across, because stretching their neck and they're putting the pressure on that elbow. Now this is straight. This right here, across your body, that's pretty well straight jujitsu right here.
Yeah.
Now this, if we were doing jujitsu, you would take this up higher, and you could put this across and grab my shoulder.
So how do I grab your shoulder?
So, oh sorry, this is here, and it's here. You can grab the shoulder there. So, you've got this here. This would come underneath,
Oh, underneath?
and then you would grab my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So, but straight across your body is also one, and then your body's just over the top. Now bring this back a little bit more. That way they can see that I can't get around.
Yeah.
And I like when you were throwing a chunk in there.
Yeah, I kind of like that because it kind of looks.
That looks pretty terrible.
Yeah, and you could also like.
It doesn't feel great.
But I'm thinking of like the facial, like if they get the camera right there, you can like.
Yeah, they'll see it, and the person's face is getting smushed, which makes it look all. Even if the guy's not good at acting, you put a little bit on, and he's gonna go and his face is smushed. It's not gonna look good.
And also, it's like.
Or
not
it's gonna look great.
So like, and then he can like power, and then like whip me over.
And it gives options.
Yeah.
It gives options.
Yeah.
It also gives you an option to where you can take me the rest of the way through.
Yeah.
If you wanted to finish the throw. So let's say you put me in that. You've sold it for a couple of seconds. I'm not giving up. The guy's coming over trying to waving him off. I go to move this here. You just now put your hand on the back of my head. Pull, start to rotate this through, and push me right here. Then you could give the old like step on the chest or whatever, and as they start, now that opens it up for whatever we're gonna get from here, because that opens that up. We want to work on those types of things. Your double wrist lock is going to be another one that you're going to use.
Okay.
You remember when we first started working double wrist lock?
Remind me, 'cause it's been a
So
while.
double wrist lock is the one we reach over the shoulder and get the wrist,
Okay.
and then we bring it up. Now, if you really want to put it on a person, you act like there's a hump in their back,
Okay.
and you're trying to bring the wrist up over the hump.
Okay. So it'd be like.
So
Like
here,
grabbing
if you grab a hold,
this hand, right?
Nope.
No. Is this one?
so left to right,
Left, right. Okay.
or
So.
left to right.
And
Then you reach over my shoulder. Straight grip,
straight grip.
reach straight over my shoulder,
Okay.
reaching through. You then grab your own wrist, because that's going to be the double wrist. You're
This?
doubling your wrist. Yep.
Okay.
Now you see this here?
And then I come up.
If you just come straight up, see how I can move with it?
Yeah.
Now, go kind of slow, because this gets,
Yeah.
you pull it, if you pull it out, like you're going over a hump in my back.
Like that.
Yeah, like if I had a basketball in my shirt.
Okay.
If you take it up over the hump, it takes, instead of slack, it goes, and there's not any movement left.
Okay. So it's like a lever.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, more like a lever rather than a sliding switch.
Okay.
So you want to go up and over.
Okay. So like you're flipping that.
Yeah, like we're trying to throw it up and over rather than pull it straight to us.
Okay.
Now, being nice to a guy, you now know what is going to be safer for his shoulder.
Yeah.
You can slide it up, and he can get up on his tiptoes and whatever. So that opens you up for a ton of moves too, and that should really be a bread and butter hold for you. Granted, it goes back a little bit to 50s, a little bit more Luthez. But it's like real deal stuff.
Yeah.
Like that's exactly what Sakuraba used to beat all of the Gracies. Was double wrist lock. It's real catch wrestling.
And that's what Kushida uses too.
It's huge in Japan.
Yeah.
Double wrist lock is used for everything.
Yeah.
Control, submission, everything. So we'll go ahead and get our walkout to cool down a little bit.
Okay.
And so as we're developing these things, I want you to be a lot more like the Japanese fighters, which is they learn to fight for real, and then they dial it back for the ring.
Yeah.
See? This. Yeah, man. Hands are looking good.